Hi, Hampton County. My name is Kerri Loadholt at Ben Hazel Elementary School, and today I would like to show you how we blend words with our second graders. Once we know our letter sounds, then we start blending. The words that I'm going to be showing you today are all going to be closed syllable words. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute. We would have a presentation, something like this on the board, and we will basically blend every phoneme, which remember a phoneme is one sound. It's not always one letter, but it's always one sound. And we'll blend each phoneme until we make either a syllable or a word, depending on if it's a one syllable or two syllable word. So let's get started. So the first sound, S, O, Ah. Now we always stop and blend at the vowel. Blend, Slaw, T, Slot. Word, slot. Ah, Ma. Or two letters, one sound. Math. Word, math. Okay. Our next word, first sound, I. Blend at the vowel, hi. D. Blend the first syllable, hid. Second syllable, eh. N. And blend that second syllable together. Put the two syllables together, hid and the last one, t. R. Ah. Blend at the vowel, tra. Blend your first syllable, traf. Second syllable, I. K. Blend your second syllable, ick. Put the two together, traffic. Word, traffic. You might be thinking, okay, that's great. How can I use these strategies at home? If your child is reading a book and they get to a word that's a little bit harder that they don't know how to read, they're going to come to an unknown word. I'm going to give you some strategies for how you can use these blending strategies at home with your reader. When your child is reading, one thing that's very important when they're blending is that they know where to break the word. When they're reading these words, they need to be able to recognize the small chunks. That's when we think about breaking a word, we're putting the word in smaller chunks. We're teaching our students how to find the vowels, and that will help them know where to break the word. So in our first word, napkin, and remember these are all closed syllables. We talked about that a few minutes ago. I'm going to show you why they're closed syllables and what that means. When we find words like napkin in text, if your student can't read the word napkin, then you have to help them out and let them find the vowels. So I have my first vowel and my second vowel, A and I. When we have two vowels in a word, we know it has two consonants if they're in separate places, two separate vowel spelling patterns. And then we see two consonants between those two vowels. So we will break that word between those consonants. Now we have the small chunk nap and the other small chunk kin. Those are closed syllables because they end in a consonant. Closed syllables also always make a short vowel sound. So this A is going to say ah, and this I is going to say I. So now I can chunk this, and I can read nap, and I can read kin. I can put those two syllables together, napkin, and I have the whole word napkin. Same thing here, vowel, vowel, separated by two consonants, break between the consonants. Bass, short vowel sound because it's closed, it ends in a consonant. Ket, another closed syllable, it ends in a consonant. Short vowel sound, ket. Basket. So if your reader gets stuck on the word basket, you can say, where would you break the word? Well, your reader is going to recognize that there are two vowels and they're separated by two consonants. So we break that word right there. They can read bass. They know it's going to have a short A sound because it's a closed syllable ending in a consonant. Basket, and then basket. Same thing here with rabbit. I found the first vowel. I found the second vowel. Break between the two consonants. Closed syllable. Short. It ends in this consonant. Sorry. Short vowel sound. Rab, bit. Put it together. Rabbit. Sometimes you will come across a compound word like bathtub or sunset. When you see this, instruct your student that they will break between the two small words within a compound word. And also, if you see a digraph, we do not separate our digraphs like TH. So still, it ends in a consonant sound here with TH. So we have bath and tub. It ends in a consonant sound both times. So we're going to have our short vowels. Bath, tub. Same break between the two small words in a compound word. Sun, set, sunset. I hope this helps.